Hi everyone, welcome to Marshi Ayurveda. Are you someone who is usually a very lively and enthusiastic person, and when the times are not so good, you have constipation, you have worry, you have anxiety and sleeplessness nights? Don't worry, this is all about Vata Dosha imbalance. We've already had a detailed video on what Vata Dosha really is. It is that bioenergy in your body which is a mixture of air and space. When it's in balance, it leads to good enthusiasm, energy, strength, and a very good mental health. However, when it's out of balance, it can lead to worry, anxiety, sleepless nights, dryness of skin, constipation, and many other such problems. Don't worry, Marshi Ayurveda is going to give you something that you really needed all this while. All of you put down in the comments that you wanted to understand how to balance your three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And we are kick-starting this series with a balance of Vata dosha. Stay tuned because in this video, I am going to tell you how to maintain your ahar, your vihar, your vichar as well as your dincharya using some simple Ayurvedic tips that can help you balance off your Vata dosha. Number 1, starting with ahar, which is food. Now, in terms of food, we have to understand Vata dosha is always a cold, dry and rough dosha. That means anytime it is aggravated, it can cause more dryness, not only in your skin, but also in your intestines. That means anytime you have constipation, anytime you have hard bowel movements, anytime you have excessive skin dryness, that means your Vata dosha is out of balance. Now, to balance off this dry, cold Vata, we have to give our body something warm and grounding. Grounding because Vata dosha also moves very fast. It tends to be like the movement of a snake. To balance this out, we have to eat warm soups, warm foods which are well cooked, which are very soft in nature to digest. Especially if you're somebody who is regularly constipated, I would always recommend adding a good bout of ghee and sesame oil to your foods because these both are highly Vata balancing. In addition to warm soups, you can always have soft khichdi, you can always have soft chilas, again with a good amount of healthy fats. In addition to this, grounding spices like turmeric, cumin, carom seeds, asafoetida or hing, something like these added to your food will always help balance Vata dosha effectively. Sipping on warm herbal teas is also something that gives a magnificent effect to Vata dosha imbalance. Something as simple as ajwain tea or even Vata tea can be added to your regular regimen at least twice a day for you to see that change in your bloating levels, to see the change in your gas levels, as well as those who suffer from joint pain or in general leg pain or back pain can really take help of these teas to manage their pain levels. Vata dosha is also well balanced if you add 3 tastes to your life. Salty, sweet and sour are the tastes which help balance Vata dosha, and make sure you stay away from bitter, pungent and astringent taste. So in general, I would recommend people to have green leafy vegetables, but somebody who has a lot of Vata dosha imbalance, is suffering from arthritis or is also suffering from in general pains in the body, I would recommend not to have too many green leafy vegetables in their lifestyle. What they can do is blanch these vegetables and add a good amount of sesame oil or ghee if they want to keep their Vata dosha out of misery. Now we're going to tell you what foods you should definitely avoid. The big factor for Vata dosha imbalance, something you should absolutely avoid is raw salads. Yes, this is something that modern day dietitians will absolutely hate that I am telling you all of this, but actually raw salads or raw foods in general are an absolute disaster for somebody who has Vata related issues. Number 2 thing, anything that is cold and dry in nature. Cold being cold drinks, cold ice creams, cold anything that you take in general in your lifestyle should be avoided, especially after the sun has gone down. Number 3, very important factor again that you should definitely avoid is dry foods. Because Vata is cold, dry, rough, it is only going to aggravate this dosha. Dry foods can include something like popcorn, chips, or even something as murmura, which a lot of people make at home and think that it is actually a very light snack. That light snack is bringing the dry quality of vata more in your colon, which is the main site of vata. That means if you're constipated, this dryness is only going to aggravate this constipation. Some other things that vata aggravated people should also avoid is not keeping a regular routine. Irregularity is a very prominent feature of vata. That means irregularity in your eating behaviors, irregularity in your mental health. Your thoughts are all over the place. Similarly, your appetite is also all over the place. That means even if you are somebody who eats a large meal sometimes and sometimes a very tiny meal, try to regulate that with your mind. This variation in appetite and this lack of irregularity in meals aggravates vata to a great extent. Even if you might not notice it, it is aggravating vata and causing all those body pains, causing all those nerve pains. That is compromising your immunity as well. Excessive fasting and also overindulgence in sexual practices also aggravate vata. In general, vata people should have a very calming and grounding routine. That means over-exercising, over-gymming is also prohibited among those who have vata-related disorders. Instead, yoga and doing breathing practices are more beneficial for this particular imbalance. Vata aggravated people should always have a very regular routine, not only with their foods but also with the way they wake up in the morning and at the time that they go to sleep. That means waking up early before 6 a.m. is a good vata time where all the best ideas will come to you if you are a vata predominant person. In general, waking up before 6 a.m. because it is a vata time is considered very healthy. In terms of food, regularity in your timings as well as the kind of meals you have. For example, if lunch is your heaviest meal, then lunch has to be the heaviest meal every day, every week, every month, every year. This is how vata people can maintain their vata dosha in balance. Also, what is important is calming and grounding exercises. Something like calming poses of yoga, which includes something like Balasana, Uttarasana, Veerbhadrasana, as well as Pavan Muktasana, are really good for relieving a person from all the vata related imbalances like gas, bloating, anxiety, worry, sleepless nights. You should have a transcendental meditation routine which is known and researched for its benefits for those who have anxiety and mental health issues. In addition to this, Nadi Shodhan Pranayam and Bhramari are two very good practices for balancing your vata dosha. So even if you have a problem which might not look it's related to your mental health, for example, a nerve issue or a pain issue in the body, Bhramari and Nadi Shodhan Pranayam can really help with the movement of vata in the body. Imbalance of vata is not only caused simply by your vata predominant prakriti, but also by practices such as excessive screen time and excessive indulgence in daily outward activities. That means any screen time that is excessive in nature, any scrolling of websites, any scrolling of social media channels can actually aggravate vata even in a person who is not a vata predominant person. So this is something that one should be really careful of. That is why we have to make sure that before sleeping, we shut down all blue screens at least 2 hours before we sleep. And if you're somebody who has trouble sleeping or has anxiety issues, a turmeric golden latte can really help with those sleep issues. Just mix a little bit of turmeric as well as a pinch of nutmeg in your warm milk and have that half an hour before you go to sleep. That will help you sleep much better. In addition to all of this, adding a simple abhyanga to your routine, morning and evening, can also help. Warm sesame oil or vata oil both are really good for vata aggravation, and massaging this oil morning and evening can really help those who have pain issues as well as worry, anxiety and sleep issues. Number 1, always wake up before 6 a.m. Drink a glass of warm water so that your bowels can move easily. Number 3, which is the Shauch Kriya, that means basic cleaning practices in Ayurveda. Cleaning your teeth with a herbal toothpaste like Iodent, doing oil pulling or scraping your tongue with a tongue cleaner. If you're doing oil pulling, make sure you use sesame oil specifically for Vata balancing issues. After all this, move on to light and gentle exercises like yoga asanas that I told you about. In addition to all this, throughout the day, simply drinking warm water can really help keep your Vata imbalance at bay. Moving on to our evening routine, which involves basically more expression of Vata in general. Anybody who is likely to get more worried, get more anxious, or has sleeplessness nights, those who have arthritis and joint pain also experience that their pains actually start going up once the nighttime approaches or the sun goes down. That means we have to ensure our activities are aligned with Vata balance. Make sure you sleep by 10 p.m. and before sleeping, you can simply massage your feet with Vata oil and you can add a drop of lavender, vetiver or even sandalwood oil to that so that this aroma not only helps you with pain in your joints or with pain in your legs, but also help calm down your senses which are overstimulated in those who specifically have a Vata imbalance. My number 1 is Ashwagandha, which is known for a great Vata imbalance. It is a great Vata shaman herb. So for those who suffer from chronic stress issues, anxiety issues and worry issues, Ashwagandha is number 1. Number 2, Triphala, which is great Tridosh Hara. That means balances all 3 doshas. Triphala is not only for good elimination, but it is also a great nourisher for your small intestine and colon. It acts as a great prebiotic. Number 3 is Mulethi or licorice. What you can do is not only add half a teaspoon of Mulethi with warm water before going to bed, but can also have Mulethi or licorice tea on a daily basis. It is considered one of the safest herbs to have in recommended quantities. If you have it more, it can also lead to nausea and vomiting. Number 4, turmeric, as incorporated in your diet, in your daily food, is usually enough. But if you feel you are highly prone to anxiety, worry, constipation and have inflammatory conditions as well, turmeric is a good solution. Number 5, which is castor oil. Castor oil is very heavy and unctuous in nature, and that is why it is a great counteractive to drying qualities of Vata. That means anybody who suffers from constipation, menstrual cramps and any Apana Vata related issue can really benefit from using castor oil at least once or twice a week. Number 1, Basti. This is an enema which is oil-based, which helps eliminate all the Vata dosha from your colon. Colon or your large intestine is the main seat for Vata, and any Vata, if aggravated, actually resides there. That is why using an oil enema through proper procedure and under the guidance of a proper Vaidya is actually quite beneficial for Vata imbalance. Number 2, Physical, which is this overpouring of excessive warm oil on your body, which can help release those accumulated Vata in different portions of your body. Those who suffer from joint pains, those who suffer from excessive mental stress which is accumulated either in your cervical region, in your neck region, can benefit a lot from therapies like Physical. Number 3, Nasya. Nasya is the Ayurvedic technique of putting 2 drops of Anutel or sesame oil or any other medicated oil in your nostrils, which can help balance out the dryness in your head region as well as the neck and jaw region. Nasya really helps relieve stress and worry in those who are prone to aggravated Vata-related mental health conditions. Those who suffer from severe anxiety can benefit from doing Nasya even at home, which is Pratimarsh Nasya. That means doing Nasya at your home. Nasya is also a very specific Panchkarma therapy which is done a little differently than what is done at home. One caveat with Nasya is one should not do it when they have cold, congestion, have a severe allergic reaction or have had surgery of any sort. So ensure that you ask your Vaidya before starting Pratimarsh Nasya at home. Number 4, Shirodhara. Shirodhara is that technique of Panchkarma which requires a continuous stream of warm oil being poured over on the top of your head. Now, this warm herbal oil can calm down your nervous system right away. Rather, some people also say that they transcend or start feeling divine after having a technique like Shirodhara. Aggravation of Vata dosha actually is quite easy in this day and age, and simple things that I told you, just being regular with your meals, trying to eat warm all the time, soft meals which are easily cooked, easily digested, can really keep Vata dosha imbalance at bay. It's really not that difficult, guys. It's just understanding what kind of dosha imbalance you have, addressing it through these simple diet and lifestyle tips that I talked to you about. And if you are somebody who's not able to handle it, you can always call on the number on the screen to get proper Vaidya guidance. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Marshi Ayurveda giving you the best Ayurveda updates. Do subscribe to our channel if you would like to know authentic Ayurveda, and do like, comment and share this video. Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.